Circle has been my favorite community platform for years, and they just announced a major update, a website builder. This new release gives you the power to create a beautiful public-facing website for your community built directly inside Circle. So you can now design and launch on-brand pages, like a homepage, landing page, or sales page in minutes, all without separate tools or code. But how does it compare to other website builders? And is it really the best fit for you? Let's find out. Hey, I'm Melissa, and welcome back to Wit and Wire, where we share online business tutorials for creators and solopreneurs. For transparency, this video is sponsored by Circle, but all opinions are my own, and I wouldn't partner with a brand that I didn't wholeheartedly recommend. Let's start by creating a homepage. When you log into Circle, you can go to the admin menu and to the content tab, and that's where you'll see pages. And I'm going to start by adding a new page, and this is where you can see the current list of starter templates. There are 8 different options as of the time of this recording, but as a note, this is the beta version of this product, and if you want to see the up-to-date version, I recommend going to witandwire.com/circle. For transparency, that's my partner link, but you can start a free trial and go ahead and test things out on your own. I am going to use the homepage template, and let's click apply. And this will add my new page. And before we dive into the page editor, I'm actually going to head over to the page settings. I'm going to relabel this homepage, and I am going to keep this in draft mode. But let's also scroll down to the slug. This is the series of characters after your primary domain. So for example, I use witandwire.com, and this is the slug of characters that comes after the backslash. So you might choose something like home or homepage and click update. And you can see this was updated here on the top. And that leads us into the next topic, customizing your design. On the left side menu, let's choose design. And here you have the option to upload a logo and a favicon, which I've already done for my own brand. But the favicon is this small icon that appears in your browser tab, in case that's a new term. So once you've uploaded your brand assets, you can also adjust your site theme. So you can choose one of the default settings from this dropdown, and I went ahead with Sunset Glow. But you can also customize to your specific brand's hex colors here. So you can upload 6 default brand colors, and then you can also assign those to different styles. For example, I could head into my secondary background color, and I can choose one of my theme colors, or I could even add another color here. And you could do the same for something like the link color. If we head to the text menu, you can adjust settings for your headers and your paragraph text. And this adjusts the header ones, let's say, across your entire site, which is a great way to keep a consistent look and feel, rather than updating each element individually. So you can choose a font from what is currently a limited menu, although this might update in the future, and you can change the size, height, and letter spacing. So once you spend some time doing that, as well as perhaps adjusting your default button color and button styling, you can go ahead and update your page theme, and this will apply to pages you've created in the past, as well as pages that you've created in the future. So again, these are site-wide design settings. Next, let's explore the drag and drop page editor. I'm going to click the background of this section, and this opens up a new series of editing options on the right side panel. So as a key takeaway, whatever you click, whether it's a specific element like an image or the background, which refers to a whole block or section, that will affect what you see here on the right. So for example, I could change the background color or the padding and the margins around different elements. But if I click into an image, that gives me the option to add or replace an image here. And our default template, as you can see, comes with a pre-designed series of blocks. But if you want to add something else or remove something from this template, it's very easy to do. So let's say you wanted to add a block. These are pre-designed series of individual elements. So I could go ahead and drag and drop in a different header or a CTA section, and you can go ahead and explore all of these. But maybe you don't want a full block. Maybe what you want is an individual element, like a paragraph or a button. You can just click this element, drag and drop it in like this. You can see I already had a few buttons here. But now this adds my new element to the page. I can move it up or down with these arrows. I can duplicate it if I really like these settings by clicking this icon, or I can go ahead and delete it. Same thing with the full block. Maybe I preferred the look of this specific header. So maybe I drag and drop this in, and maybe I go ahead and click into this homepage block and I delete it so that I can move forward with my new homepage block. I'm gonna go ahead and click into this text header just to show you another example. On the right, there are just a few elements that you can choose from. You can change the text and you can change the header level. So again, this is really just meant to show that whatever you click, that is going to affect your ability to edit on the right, and you can add new blocks or elements from this left side menu anytime. Next, let's add an about page. This is often one of the most visited pages on any website. So I'm gonna start with the About Us template, but you're also welcome to start from scratch. So let's click Apply, and this adds a new page to our Circle site. And this time I'm gonna click into some of these elements and just build it out a little bit. You can see me edit the text on the right and adjust the button URL. I'll customize the image, and then I decided to add a new block. So here I'm introducing myself, and though I'm not gonna build out the entire page, I thought I would just customize this a bit, add my bio, add an image along the left, and then I can change the page name and slug and save my progress until I finish it and publish. You can also build sales pages for your community, courses, or memberships. So back in the template library, let's start with the sales page template and click Apply. And we've already covered the essentials about adding blocks or elements, but just to showcase a few more options, you can see that there is a nice side-by-side column. We have, again, the About block. We have a 3-column layout, perhaps to describe 3 different phases. And I'm going to scroll down further to get to the 2 I really wanted to focus on, which were testimonials, crucial for any online business owner, and also the pricing grid. So this is just one option, but as we talked about before, you can also scroll through the price blocks here. So if you have 2 columns, that might be a better fit if you have something like an annual plan and maybe a monthly plan for a membership. Or back under pricing, under the blocks, I should say, you might have just one option. And if you don't need 2 or 3 columns, I might actually recommend the call to action block. So I think this is an especially nice one. It is right here. You can see that this gives you a brief overview of what's included, and then a call to action button, which might go to a checkout page built with Circle, or if you are selling something even like a one-on-one service, perhaps this goes to a link to book a call with you to get that process started. You can also add or edit pages anytime. So back in the admin menu under the Pages tab, you can see the 3 pages that we've added. And if I click into sales page, that gives me the option to continue editing or publishing this page at any time. And I can always add a new page. And if you're just getting started, you really just need the essentials. A home page, an about page, ideally some way that people might pay you if you're interested in selling right away, and maybe a contact page, which is another template here. I think that's really all you need to get started. But you can also see options to have a blog listing and an individual blog post. As a reminder, this is the very first iteration of this product, so it's very possible that you'll see new templates added here over time as Circle continues to build out their website builder. For example, if you don't see a template for an email opt-in page, you can start from scratch and embed a form created with Circle or with any email marketing platform. If curious, Circle does have a full suite of email marketing features to send both broadcast emails as well as build essential marketing automations. So you can use Circle for your email marketing needs. And if you're interested in learning more, let me know in the comments. Next, let's edit your navigation menu. I'm going to click into my homepage, but this works from any page, and we're going to head over to Site Settings. So this is where we have the option to decide what the navigation menu at the top of our website should look like to logged in users versus logged out users. Logged in users are members of our community, and you may have free members of your community, or that may be an area exclusively for paid members of courses or memberships. So this makes sense to include a home tab, a courses tab, maybe events for live events, members, etc. But on the logged out tab, it will likely look a bit different. So I have my homepage, but let's add another link. And as an example, I might choose our About Us page, and then we need the URL. You can copy it from the content tab, but I know we set it up as witnwire.com/aboutus. That's the slug that we included. And I want this to be enabled and visible to everyone. Since this is part of my site, I'm going to switch this to no. It does not need to open in a new tab, but I would click save, and then I would continue adding pages to build out my menu. And as needed, you can go ahead and drag and drop to rearrange the order. As a preview, I added one more link to my menu, and now you can see home, about us, and work with me along the top of my Circle website. Let's also talk about SEO settings. Under the site-wide settings, you can update your SEO to allow search engines to index your site, which is the default, and you can scroll through and check out some of these additional options below. What you might also be interested in is on-page SEO. So under the page settings, you can see a little bit further down, you again can allow search engines to index this page, which you'll probably do for any public-facing pages on your website, especially the ones included in your main navigation. But then you can also adjust your meta description and your social share title and description if you so choose. Circle is also a complete community platform. This is what they're known for. I've used Circle to build the Wit and Wire community and online courses for years, and I have a separate tutorial linked in the description if you want to learn more about how to use Circle to build a community from scratch. But I wanted to reassure you that if you have free or paid members, then you can use what are called access groups to make sure that those members are still the only people who can see your Circle community or the courses that they've been granted access to. So it isn't as though this new website builder is now making all of that available to the public. You retain complete control over who sees what. So I think that's really important to all of us who have an online community, and that remains important to Circle as they continue to develop new features for all of us community builders. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Wit and Wire for more online business tutorials. Don't forget to visit witandwire.com/circle to check it out and create your own account. And while you're here, here's another video I think you might enjoy.